Good afternoon, directors. My name is Ryan Keogh. I am a manager here within the marketing division. I wanted to meet with you all today to discuss the proposed plan that the management team has put in place in order to address the requested marketing campaign to be released alongside our Boeing 747 airplane here in 6 weeks. Um, throughout this discussion, we're going to highlight the purpose of the project, a selection and rationale behind the selection of our team, primary strengths and weaknesses of our team, strategies for motivation, conflict management, and leadership within our teams, how our team embodies conscious capitalism, and as well as how our team is going to be providing value for the stakeholders. So, as you know, the purpose of our project is to address the release of 50 new flight plans by our main competitor that was released just before the news of our own release of our Boeing 747 here in the next 6 weeks. So we have been asked to address a marketing campaign to accompany the release of our Boeing 747 that focuses on the dedication to our customer, that dedication being a convenient, affordable, and customer-focused way to travel. So at the initial onset of our project, we had a team of 6. We were asked to whittle that down to a team of 4. We have selected the 4 individuals listed here, being Michael, Elizabeth, Bob, and Susan. Michael was selected as he is known to be a natural leader, displays emotional intelligence with regards to his ability to take others' emotions into account in his own decision making, as well as the fact that he is a well-known team motivator. Elizabeth has been selected as she is a known team player, has demonstrated her ability to be an expert collaborator, is open-minded, and above all, is known to be very customer-focused. Bob, our longest tenured employee here at Southwest, was selected as he is our longest tenured employee, providing us with some expert and some cultural knowledge, is the most team-focused, and is very generous with advice. And Susan is known to be overly motivated. She herself is also a master communicator and is an expert at fostering a positive culture here within the Southwest Transit team. That's not to say there wasn't any difficulty in our selection process. Our team faced some difficulty in narrowing down their selection. Caitlin was ultimately removed from the team as she struggles to build team trust and takes criticism personally. We believe both of these things will hinder the creation of a successful team given the short timeline here of 6 weeks. William by far was our hardest decision as he is a known asset here within Southwest. However, he also avoids conflicts and shuts down under pressure. We believe that being a team player here is going to be critical within the 6 weeks, and we believe that these downsides will also make him susceptible to groupthink. As Griffin discussed, conflict avoidance can often lead to a member not speaking up when an issue is notified or when an issue is noticed out of fear of retaliation from the group, which can ultimately result in a groupthink decision, which can have catastrophic effects on the project given the short timeline. Our team has a number of primary strengths that we have grouped into categories based on the individual strengths of our members. Firstly, our team is effective communicators and effective group members. All of our members have demonstrated communication abilities. And as Covey has discussed, master communication often leads to an enhanced amount of trust, which can improve the efficiency and effectiveness of your team. In addition, our team enjoys face-to-face interactions, which is often believed to be the most effective form of communication, as research by Griffin has discussed. So we believe that's going to help us develop the best and most successful campaign strategy. In addition, our team is also highly creative self-starters. We believe this is going to be extremely beneficial given a short timeline. We believe that creativity is going to help us develop a very effective marketing campaign strategy. In addition, our team also, amongst our members, display a high amount of emotional intelligence. We believe this is going to help us make the best and most informed decisions as our team is able to take others' emotions into account and apply that, which is critical as research by Banerjee and McFarland has shown in the actual demonstration of emotional intelligence. In addition, our team is filled with seasoned Southwest experts, Besides Bob, who is our longest tenured employee here, our other three members have 10 years amongst them, which is going to give them that competitive advantage with the ability to take the organizational culture as well as take in the vision of Southwest and implement that in their own decision making. And lastly, we believe that the culture created by the four individuals we selected is going to prevent us from groupthink, mainly because our team is effective communicators, as well as the fact they can display emotional intelligence to take other people's emotions into account. And we believe that all amongst the group of them, they're going to be able to foster a positive culture and environment there. That is not to say our team does not have any weaknesses or challenges. Firstly, our team has a large age gap. And as research by Griffin has shown, this can often cause breakdown in communications due to cultural differences and cultural challenges amongst different age groups. In addition, our team also displays a number of negative tendencies in working alone or working outside of a group. Mainly, Susan and Michael are known to become unmotivated when working outside of groups. But we believe that can be addressed with the fact that our team is going to be working within groups with the entirety of the project, and we believe we can keep them motivated there. In addition, our team also has potential high scores in neuroticism. So some of our members have a track record of unpredictability and unstable behaviors. As Griffin has shown, these are signs of neuroticism or rank highly on the neuroticism personality traits. In addition, they also have high anxiety and high depression. We, as the management team, will monitor this closely, but we believe that the fact that they're working within a team is going to help address that. Overall, our management team is feeling very positive about our group. We believe our team complements each other well. As we have discussed previously, they're also master communicators and work effectively within teams, as well as them being a number of self-starters and highly motivated by the challenge, making an impact and complexity. We believe that they also demonstrate a number of tenets of autonomy, mastery, and purpose, which Daniel Pink has discussed as being primary motivators for teams. Mainly, we believe that the fact that they are motivated and driven by complexity is going to give them that mastery there. We believe that driven by the contribution of the mission to provide the most affordable, convenient, and customer-focused method of travel is going to help them with that purpose. And lastly, we believe that the fact that they are self-starters who require little to no oversight, we believe we're going to be able to apply some autonomy in the development of this marketing campaign, which is going to keep them motivated. Speaking of motivation, our team has also developed a number of motivational strategies, or outlined a couple that we will be using throughout the project to keep our team motivated. We will mainly be focusing on Edmund Locke's theory of goal setting, which is the belief that the development of reasonable and somewhat complex goals is going to help keep our individuals motivated throughout the project. We intend to do this through the use of a management by objective, or MBO, framework. As Griffin outlines, the goals are going to be developed here at the organizational level within the management and directorate framework. We will then pass those goals down to the individual. We will also work with them to make sure they understand the goals and develop their own goals, which are going to be used to drive them towards the organizational goal. We believe that regular checkups, one-on-one between managers and each of these individuals, is going to help to make sure that we can keep these goals tailored and modified for each individual, and make sure that we can change them as needed when there are any issues noted in these one-on-one interactions. We believe this is also going to provide us with flexibility, which is going to be critical with a short 6-week timeline. We also have a number of conflict management strategies that we'll be using throughout the project. Mainly, our team is going to be focused on collaboration. So our team is going to be utilizing brainstorming within groups. So we're going to be meeting regularly to address, plan, and develop strategies as conflict arises. That, as Griffin outlines, are effective compromising strategy or collaboration strategies. Apologies. And as a backup, we intend to use compromising. Which is, as Griffin describes, as kind of the identification of a solid middle ground and kind of the agreement that way instead of a full collaboration method. On the off chance that a majority cannot pick a decision, the manager will step in as that tiebreaker vote there. And make sure that we are all in agreement before moving on and going back to a collaboration approach. We will also be focusing on a number of leadership strategies to make sure our team continues to stay motivated throughout the project. Our management team will focus on combining transformational and conscious leadership. So as Kubatova and Krosil kind of outlined, we're going to be focusing on the tenets of conscious leadership, which is emotional intelligence, and stakeholder focus, and keeping Southwest's higher purpose in mind, which is the development of an affordable, convenient, and customer-focused method of travel. In addition, we will be implementing a transformational leadership approach, as Nordy DeCola kind of highlights. This is going to be done through the guidance through vision, the vision being that goal of Southwest, inspiration, as well as leading with ethical and moral behaviors and focusing on that goal setting, which he had discussed earlier. In addition, we are focusing on the development of positive relationships with our individual team members, which will help us to quickly identify issues as they arise, as they will feel comfortable and more and feel more so that they can approach us with these issues as they arise and they're not hiding them from us. We believe our team ultimately embodies the tenets of conscious capitalism. The team was selected by the 4 principles being conscious culture, higher purpose, stakeholder focus, and conscious leadership. Just to kind of recap those, we believe that our team being effective team members, effective collaborators is going to allow them to create that conscious culture, as well as the application of emotional intelligence that we had discussed earlier, to make sure our teams feel comfortable in developing those strategies. We will also be, our team is also guided through complexity and making an impact for the project, which we believe will help guide them on their higher purpose. Our conscious leadership tenets are going to be kind of met by our team's ability to be driven by emotional intelligence and our team's individual leadership there. So we believe that by empowering each of these individuals to be leaders amongst themselves, displaying emotional intelligence, that we can ensure they make the best decisions moving forward. And most importantly, we believe a stakeholder focus by ensuring that our team stays customer focused in their mentality to make sure they develop the best campaign and best marketing strategy, which is driven by our organization's goal to develop a customer focused and affordable and convenient method of travel. So lastly, we believe that our approach and our team is going to create the most value for our stakeholders. As discussed before, our team is customer focused, and we believe that's going to help them drive with the organizational commitment of developing a customer-focused, convenient, and affordable way to travel to ensure that our marketing strategy is bringing us the most value for our stakeholders there. In addition, we believe that our team is going to be an effective team based on their ability to collaborate and effectively communicate, which is ultimately going to drive them to that success of developing a successful marketing strategy, which will then provide value back to the stakeholders, customers, and our individual stakeholders within the organization. And lastly, we believe that the fact that our team is driven by complexity and purpose is going to make sure that they stay motivated in developing that effective marketing campaign to ensure that we can release that alongside with the release of our Boeing 747s, which will help us to develop the best and most useful strategy and campaigns. Are there any questions amongst the stakeholders? These are the references that were used throughout the project. So if you do have any questions or any of the things that we had discussed, you could probably find answers here in the reference slides. As you can see, having dogs in the background is not the most effective way to give a presentation. Thank you.